Morning all, it's Simon Keeling here. It's Christmas Eve 2011 and getting in the Christmas spirit over here a little bit. Look, I had a boss one back in my days of doing breakfast TV. In fact, the first morning that I was going to do breakfast TV, he actually said to me, look, you can go on the telly so long as you dress up for Father Christmas. And I refused. And look at me now. Goodness me, how things change, eh? Yeah, big man on his way tonight. These are the sort of temperatures that he's going to have to be facing. Let's get the right data in there first of all. There we go. These are the temperatures that he's going to be facing. I believe he's just left the North Pole, where it's minus 35 at the moment. As he comes southwards, though, into Western Europe, look how it warms up. These yellows and greens here showing those warmer conditions across the whole of Western Europe and also across the eastern part of the Atlantic. Cold, though, across Canada, and cold, look, coming down into just that far northeastern part of the state. So he's got some chilly weather to contend with during his flights tonight. As far as snow is concerned, here's how things look on the snow chart tonight across Europe. And you can see that Scandinavia's got snow on the ground. We've got some snow over eastern parts of Europe. But much of the west of Europe is completely snow-free. Just a little bit there on top of the Scottish mountains. Here's how things shape up then during the days ahead. This is the 7 to 10 day mean flow of the 500 millibar heights, taking us through from next Saturday, so through on New Year's Eve, through to Tuesday the 3rd of January. ECMWF on the left here, we've got GFS on the right. And see how the heights still above normal look across the UK on both models here, and below normal up to the north. Now, here's the jet stream. So we can trace it back here. Look where it's originating from. It's down here in central parts of the states, coming off Newfoundland across the northern parts of the northern Atlantic. So it's relatively cool, excuse me, but it's not actually that cold. But it is sufficiently cool enough to meet this warm air that's coming up from the central southern parts of the Atlantic, from the Azores here. And once the two get together, that's strengthening the jet. So it looks as if we're heading towards the New Year period. I think there will be some high pressure building across the south of the country, but I do think that across Scotland we could get some pretty windy conditions there, some gales to end the year, and some pretty hefty outbreaks of rain too, thanks to the jet stream as it works its way across. Incidentally, no signs of any cold weather just at the moment taking us through next week and into the new year, so we're still on the hunt down for winter proper. The forecast for the Arctic Oscillation from Ryan Maui's site shows it here well in positive territory, but look, coming off as we go through the period between Christmas and New Year, and then it gets into weaker positive territory. Now that means that the westerly flow is still going around the Arctic Circle, but it's tending to weaken off a little bit. As far as the North Atlantic Oscillation goes, these are the westerly winds across the Atlantic. Very positive territory, looks strongly positive as we go through the Christmas period, but falling off quickly early next week and then going weakly positive. This is an indication of the high pressure building through the Atlantic during next week and getting into the south of the British Isles. But for the north, as I said, across Scotland, it looks like conditions there are generally going to be more unsettled. As far as the next 10 days go, here's how precipitation shapes up. Across the UK, look well below normal, just western Scotland seeing some rain during the coming days, but across eastern and southern parts of the country we're staying dry overall. And here's how the weather shapes up as the GFS sees it during the coming days. So time up here, top left hand corner, look, that was today. Here we go into Christmas Eve evening and overnight, front coming through northern England, through Ireland to bring some rain across these northern areas, but the south and north looks like it's going to stay dry. I think for Christmas Day it's a breezy day, it's a wet one for northern and western Scotland, dry further south, just some bits and pieces of rain affecting western coasts. And it's similar through Boxing Day too, a very mild day, windy across Scotland, some rain coming in during Boxing Day afternoon. That slips its way southwards into Tuesday, look, and the flow then turns around into the southwest again as this area of low pressure tracks its way to the north of Scotland through Wednesday. It brings in a brief spell of cold weather across Scotland on Wednesday, perhaps some wintry showers developing across the hills of Scotland during the course of Wednesday. And then as we get in towards the end of the week, here's the high building to the south look, but you can see how winds across Scotland always stay stronger, with some fronts moving through there at times as that jet stream develops and becomes stronger. And that's the chart for the first day of the new year. Generally high pressure is going to be situated down towards the south. So that's how things are going to be shaping up.